Hello Libra, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to bring you a tarot reading which is called What You Need to Know. This reading is intended for a timeless time. It may not resonate it may not resonate now, but it may resonate a time later, or it may resonate now. And the messages can directly find you. So whenever you watch this video, whatever time you catch it, even like 5 years later, I have uploaded this video on YouTube, it may find you and it can bring you the things that you need to hear that moment and that time. Thank you so much for tuning in and stopping by. Now I want to begin this reading with a first message coming through a major arcana card. What Libras need to know right now? What kind of a message we got to give to them? Oh, we have the High Priestess. Now with the High Priestess, it seems we may be entering into a channel, and we will ask from the High Priestess. High Priestess is not giving away all the information she has. So we will ask her what we need to know. So here we have someone, let's say, okay, if we have to personify, we have someone here that we need to ask access, of course. And she will bring us what we need to know. So something in your life, I think, has been veiled long time. So eventually when I look at it, I see something in your life has been veiled, which means there was a specific or several areas that you were looking information, and maybe you were curious about that. You were curious to know. Now, what we will be learning from this reading may bring some insights about the most important areas now you have been curious to know for some time. Another, we have sacerdote. So you see this particular costumes, this fabric. Okay, now Libra. There is a presence, there is this presence of a situation in which you need to trust your instincts. Your instincts will definitely guide you through that. Now, at this time, there can be some relationships with people who has positions in some places. These people may hold some information, and maybe you need to fulfill some tasks, okay, in order to get an answer to a particular submission. For some of you, there is this presence of a sacred energy, a higher power in your situation, there is something more than the material, and it wants you to examine your own conscience and also behavior. It wants you to deepen your spirituality. It wants you to like meditate on a particular thing that you also personally want to extract info from, because this may indicate literally your higher self. When you have the information you need coming through this higher power, or also people in official places, it doesn't matter, do not accept it as it came to you, because here something needs to be in check. There can be errors in judgment. There can be this feeling of injustice to you, or you may see your situation, how to say, there can be this warning signals. So this info which is coming through you with something official may have needs to go through maybe a particular adjustment. Okay, when you have when you are given a status, or when you are given a responsibility, it tells that the higher realms have their eyes on your consciousness, that it's a little bit like check on you, like it wants you to align with very high values and eliminate the bad qualities of a particular vibe from a situation, in order to lead the situation to a fortunate way. Like, so here you will have quite a leading capacity in something. If there is a matter which is involving authorities, and to this, now with the Sakardota energy, you can have any kind of a legal activity here eventually. So I want to get one card. I want to see what you really need to know at this moment. Let me get this card. The information we will be getting from this won't be easy when we have the High Priestess. It is asking you how you wish your situation to be. Good. Now, you are given a chance to choose, and at some point stop and ask yourself how I want my situation to be, where I want this situation to go. Okay. Now, if your heart truly desires something, not out of an egoic expression, but more of like from a higher self point of view, you will have the ability to write the scenario of your path, but you got to be very clear about your true desires, wills and wants. And when you are ready, it says, and when you decide accordingly and precisely for this, and when you are ready, and when you know them, that you deserve them truly, this scenario, these desires, what you have been asking for, will flow to your life magically. Will flow to your life magically. That's why at some point in your journey, ask yourself, what I truly desire. Okay? What I truly desire. In order to find out what you truly desire, you can, High Priestess, retreat, okay, retreat and reflect upon the situation at hand. And of course, you need to trust your instincts. We have the Sun, we have the perseverance is rewarded, yes. Now, I felt this, your energy in this timeless time read, there was something in the beginning at the depth. It was like this Mariana Trench, you know, Mariana Trench, the deepest part, right, in the world. In the Pacific Ocean, I guess, right? In Pacific Ocean. If I am wrong, sorry, but it was how many miles it was that I don't remember, but there were only 1 or 2 or 3 people at most, I think, who has went through that depth of that trench. It's very interesting with the ocean and the space, because to the space we sent many satellites, right? We sent astronauts. We have this space station on space, mission to Mars, going to moon, the research, you know, these projects which is taking the tools, even reaching Pluto and bringing a lot of screenshots for us. But on our Earth, when it comes to delve just at the depth of an ocean, and when we have this Mariana Trench, we have 2 or 3 people who has really gone at the bottom of that trench, and one of them was, I think, James Cameron, the director of this film Titanic, and they made eventually a commercial of a very known watch, you know, I'm not gonna tell its name here, that it is still working in some, you know, depths when they arrive. So what I'm trying to say is, the depths here we have reached will not be completed if you do not use your own instincts and then use the guidance of it. Your reading is like that. So it could have been very much easier if I have a different card here, but with this High Priestess energy, this has made us to even like go deep down to the Mariana Trench. So okay, another thing I want to talk about. You may find yourself like you may find yourself in between like 2 worlds, okay, and it may still feel for you like you have there is like a knowledge and equally important thing that you need to learn from the both of the worlds, like both of the places, but one of them will be very much valuable for you. You may also find a meaning of something that was very much sacred in your family or the heritage you are coming from. There is here a particular truth that you may find out with regards to your heritage, especially where your family comes from. For instance, there can be this narrative that is like in the records, and in, you know, countries are very different to keep those records of their citizens, you know, of their, when it comes to their heritage, where they come from. Of course, there is this libraries keep them, also other resources and places. But here it's, to me, I feel like you are finding a hidden record. So it's like you are discovering a different line to your family. And okay, at this time, Libra, I want to tell you something that in this situation that you will lead with what you're gonna wish and find out, which is gonna, the sun, enlight the path ahead. Your research in something, the High Priestess also to me feels always like a library woman. Your research will lead up to a good results. That this reading is more of like you are after something, you wanna learn about this thing, and if you insist on reach that, okay, the depths of the Mariana Trench, there is an amazing thing you can extract. And with the things you find, it may put a smile on your face by the time you have everything in your hands. This card tells us that your situation also includes some kind of a irony, okay, some kind of a irony that when you know about it, when you see it, it is gonna put a smile on your face. There is something here also humorous, okay. Now High Priestess energy also describes a woman who does not have any expression on their face, okay. This cold energy, it is the energy of frigid, okay. Now even the humor that is in the situation, that this can come in eventually in a funny way, very ironic way. I mean, if the energy is not eventually showing you that you're gonna face with something humorous, okay. This is gonna be an interesting one, good one. Now what I picked for you, it says in this card, listen to your intuition, instincts, High Priestess. And it says your body is receiving the right messages from the divine, okay, from the divine. At this time you may have important relationships with the woman figures. There is a concept of divine feminine here, because in the end this reading is all really about your instincts, intuition, subconscious mind. This is a time for you, Libra, of learning, listening, okay, learning, listening, rather than prioritizing your intellect and conscious mind. You know, what is intuition? Intuition is about knowing without knowing that you are knowing it, okay. rather than prioritizing your intellect and conscious mind, it is hard for an air sign, I know, but every sign is capable of that. It's just signs have different ways, and people in specific may have different ways to reach their intuition. So in any kind of a dilemma or a choice, let this knowledge, instincts, intuition guide you, okay? Guide you. Here I think you need to try to connect with your higher self. There will be things which will freely flow to you, okay? They will freely flow to you. They will come from within. You just need to learn to consult things to your own inner silence, okay? Silence for answers to your practical dilemmas, okay? To your practical dilemmas. Listen to your intuition rather than prioritizing your intellect and conscious mind. High Priestess, at this time, the time you watch this video, listen this video, this year, that year, or 2 years later, 10 years later, I'm not gonna remove this video, so prioritize. Focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. So what we were saying, prioritize your intuition rather than prioritizing your intellect and conscious mind, okay? This is going to be important. And you know, silence, guys, at times is a very strong silence at times is a very strong power, which is gonna, things come from that emptiness. So big silences may lead to big revelations. Big shutouts, these big noises comes out of silence, right? So silence is something really, that vastness, that void is something, big things emerge in our lives. So prioritize that. This is not about passivity or, you know, things like that. This is about discovering the power of silence in our lives at times, which can bring you to your which can bring you to your strongest expression. Okay, so this reading, because we have the sun, this sun energy here is your core, is your very core. So the Helios star is really warming up this reading, okay, warming up this reading. So where all this energy then will bring to us. Now you have, I don't know if you have a Capricorn person in your life right now, or maybe you can meet one, or the time you watch this video there is a Capricorn person. So where all this is gonna lead you? This is gonna lead you to a particular productivity. This productivity will help you to organize very practical side of your life. So from that greater depths of a spiritual and very cosmic energy, eventually in the end the reading is bringing you to down to earth. Okay, so I like these polarities when the cards speak in a way that it really offers us a a lot when we are able to you know, look at it. So all this energy will bring you to a culmination point and a completion, and it is gonna illuminate you. It is gonna illuminate you something now in like capital letters written like with neon lights on the sky. So so this is Capricorn energy. This is the goat, and it's the full moon Capricorn energy. So it's the goat, it's the Saturn, the planet of boundaries, right? Restrictions, structure, and organization. So this is also gonna bring you to the Capricorn symbolism, which is going to be about career and your image. Also a pragmatic point where now you got to bring your own Libra skills to that. It's a good combination. I love, by the way, Libra Capricorn combinations. Libra Capricorn, I think it is two cardinal signs which can really work well, because when there is two cardinal, the for instance, Cancer Libra, Cancer Capricorn. Cancer Capricorn is also a good combination, but Libra Capricorn is also a very good combination. When Aries energy comes in, there can be friction, but here it wants you to climb for something, to achieve, succeed, a particular recognition, knowing that that symbolism, what you have find out now, will bring you a status or a reward, like you are known now with this thing from now on. Okay, so as you set your heart into something, you will be given that power to climb at the heart of that mountain. Okay, the Capricorn energy in this Libra reading will bring you to a powerful position. It's gonna claim status to you. So nothing will stay like missing there. A personal achievement, I think, is on the way. But it requires discipline later to keep it, right? To sustain it. It requires discipline. It requires boundaries. It requires you to be on the track. So I think this reading, now you find this reading, you come across with this reading, I hope it can help you to recalibrate your life. Okay, I hope I can help you to with this reading to recalibrate something. Remember that in life, the most important gains, they are achieved slowly and steadily. Okay, so the High Priestess energy from the beginning is has prepared you for that. And this, by the way, status, success we talk about may not be something like literally written as it is. I mean, it may come also in some kind of a different way. Okay, it may not be like a thing which is like described in meaning. You may live it in a very different way. So it is going to yeah, so if you Capricorn also in your fourth house, if you are a Libra rising, so that success will come through the family roots. So Capricorn in your 4th house. Now, I now made a, you know, assurance to this reading that that success will come from your roots, where you are coming from your roots. I feel something, by the way, with regards to your father's side. Okay, from your father's side, there is something very strong coming to this reading. One card from this compassion. Okay, so lately I have shared something, Paulo Coelho's words in the community section. He says we are good lawyers of our own mistakes and good judges of others' mistakes. Kuan Yin is talking about compassion energy. So, and it tells about before giving any judgment about yourself and others, like before being the lawyer and the judgment for yourself and the others, just it says concentrate on the bigger situation that people are even truly in, okay, and concentrate on the good people. And people, I do believe, are inherently good, but then sometimes there are some really troubles happening. So talking about that sympathy, because you know on your path there has been sufferings or misfortunes for the others. This is about feeling right, empathy, sympathetic pity and concern for the others, what they have been through. So on this path, don't also forget what other people are going through physically, mentally, emotionally. So it is in the end gonna also gift you the reward of compassion and that high level of sensitivity, okay? Compassion within itself, to lead a compassion, in order to have empathy for the others, first there needs to be a bit distance so that you can observe, okay? So this compassion energy is not something you directly engage and things like that. It's that watchful eye, okay, for the pain of others, and showing sensitivity for that. You're gonna be gifted with very strong feelings at the end of this, and maybe this feeling of, you know, this wish to help them to find their own story, to delve into their own Mariana trenches, okay? So you may really lead a way there, Libra. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope it has given the insights that you looked for. I will see you in the next readings. For private readings, for private personal situations, if you would like to have a private reading, you can check the description box below. Thank you so much for being with me in this reading, Libra. Take good care. Bye for now.